Hey, good day. It's Dale here from Move Therapies in Osoyoos, British Columbia, and I'm popping on here to talk a little bit more about sciatic pain. Fun stuff. I used to have a lot of sciatic pain when probably about 5 years ago. So when I was almost probably in my mid 30s to early 40s is when it was its worst. And I did a previous video talking a bit about the things that I had done differently to sort of get rid of that pain. And today we're just going to go a little bit deeper into it with the mindset of what knowledge I know now and how I think of sciatic pain now. So when I look at sciatica, so I'm looking at this nice chart. This is like a chiropractic chart of the spine. And 4L is the one of interest, and so that's fourth lumbar. And so the areas is that's the lower back essentially, and it's the side. So some of the problems that can be affected by that area are sciatica, lumbago, difficult pain, or too frequent urination, and backaches. So definitely, I had sciatica. I had backaches. I don't think I had to pee too much or whatever, but maybe, if I look back at that time. But definitely the sciatic was causing me some issues. And that's definitely where it was, So I brought up our skeleton, our new Scully, and I put a nice little, so this is the back of the skeleton. And so right here was where my pain was. And this is my bundle of iPhone cable. And it was going down and along the right side of my leg down to my foot. And that totally makes sense. I was thinking about it, that's usually sort of seemed to be my weak spot. If I were to have looked back on my life and say, if I was standing for too long or whatever, that's always the spot that would sort of get the most angst first. And so the things that I know about sort of that issue now, when I think of it, is my issue, thankfully, wasn't caused by a structural problem. There was no kind of like vertebrae damage or anything like that was happening to me that I'm aware of. I think the bulk of my issue was that part of my back, right up here, I wasn't using it as effectively as I could have. Actually, I probably wasn't using it that very well. My job at that time was an IT guy, so I was sitting quite a bit. And usually when we sit a lot and our movement in that area where it's being held the most, especially when you're sitting in a chair, your lower back or your back in general is being held quite a bit. And so how I was using or how I was moving that part of myself, so in this part of the back, and upper chest actually, and the upper part of my back and my chest, I wasn't using it as well as I could have been. And so I went through the process, and it took me a while because I became an Anat Baniel Method practitioner, which is what my wife and I are at our clinic in Osoyoos, British Columbia. So that process took me a while because to become a practitioner took me like 3 to 4 years. And in that time period, my sciatic reduced and reduced and reduced over time. Now, I spent a lot of time doing DVDs prior to becoming a practitioner. So there's DVDs that my teacher, so her name is Anat Baniel, and she has written this book that I talked about previously, this Move into Life book. There's her picture on the back, Anat Baniel. And she has videos and DVDs that she has on her website that you can do. So I was doing those things as my wife was becoming a practitioner, as Leanne started her practitioner in 2014. I started becoming a practitioner in 2017. So I was doing these DVDs regularly. I was reading that book. So this book, again, I would highly recommend it. There are exercises in this book, which I'll probably do some videos of in future videos of what those exercises are. So I was spending a lot of time, and I was changing a lot of things of what I was doing. I wasn't exercising as intensely as I was prior to reading this book. So probably when I was like 35, I was exercising quite a bit and was getting lots of massages and getting lots of chiro and using a hard bolster on my right side of my leg. So I would literally have a bolster on the side of my leg, and I would put my full weight of my body right on this spot to try and relieve some of this back angst, which was kind of painful. I don't know if you've ever done it. Even when I think about it now, not having any pain in my leg or whatever, putting the full weight of your body against something hard like that and rolling it, it's not the the fun massage, or it's not the friendly massage that the friendliest massage that you can give yourself. So reading this book though, so again, some things that I were changing, reducing the intensity of the things I was doing. I was starting to do these DVDs and stuff like this. And then when I started becoming a practitioner, that my sciatic pain was reducing. And today I'm walking along the beach this morning and no sciatic pain in my right side. My right side actually feels better than my left side. So go figure. It took me some time. Knowing what I know now, if I had seen this video and I had said, hey, this guy seems to be talking about the pains that I'm experiencing, I would just go see a practitioner. Like the process and the time and the money that I spent getting to where I am today is not something that you need to do. I would highly recommend this training for anybody. If they wanted to become an Anat Baniel Method practitioner, I would totally say yes, go take the training. If you can afford that and you have the time and you have the inclination, go do that. But if you don't, and you just want to keep doing your thing that you're doing today, and you just want to start moving better and getting rid of pain, then go see a practitioner. Go see an Anat Baniel Method practitioner, or go see even a Feldenkrais practitioner. They're sort of the same thing in some ways. They're both highly trained in dealing with these kinds of issues. And I've seen some clients recently that have sciatic pain. We're working with clients right now. Their pain is reducing, and they're just going through the same process I went through, just way quicker and way cheaper. So if you know of a practitioner in your area, or if you can come and visit, or when you can come and visit Soyuz, come and visit us. We live in a beautiful location in perfect weather, and beautiful beaches and vineyards, and lots of fun stuff. So hopefully this summer will turn out good for all of us. But really the big things, again, reducing the intensity of what you're doing, maybe not stretching as much. My understanding of stretching, and we're going to do a video on, my wife and I will do a video on stretching. It wasn't doing what I thought it was doing. Muscles react a certain way when they're put under a stretch, and sometimes they'll actually they won't do what you want it to do. You think that you're stretching it and that you're elongating the muscle, but actually sometimes when you stretch it too much, it'll actually shorten the muscle. So we'll start providing some links for that kind of stuff if you're interested on our website as well. But the big thing is find a practitioner if you can. They can guide you on how to get out of this problem. The sciatic pain, this issue, whatever, this lower back issue thing that I have, that my cord is sort of demonstrating here, of the bundle of love that I used to have, it's totally gone now. And actually my right side actually feels better than my left. So there's lots of things that this sciatic pain it's not a big issue. You can get out of it. What we do here at Move Therapies does deal with sciatic pain. We give you some tools that you can use in your day-to-day life to keep that pain away. And because a lot of it is what we do to ourselves. That was probably the biggest learn that I had out of this whole uncovering of all the things that I was doing. It wasn't someone, there wasn't a sciatic pain person that was following me around and hitting me in my back or something. A lot of it had to do with what I was doing to myself. And, today, now, when I look around the world, there are lots of examples of how we can treat ourselves better. If you happen to have a dog, or if you've cared for any animal and they are injured, look at how they treat themselves when they're trying to recover. I had sciatic pain, I had lower back pain, and I would go out and exercise like a maniac and get all these things done to it and poke the crap out of that sore spot. A dog has an injury in its leg. You try and poke that leg, it tries to bite you. It basically wants to curl up and lie down. And then when it's ready, it'll start walking around, but it takes time and it takes care of itself. It'll probably even lick that leg if it's injured. and just try and take care and give it lots of, what I see from the outside, it's giving it lots of love to that leg, which is sometimes we get angry with the spots that are hurting us most. So, look around at how other things in your life and how other, either animals or even how little kids, how they deal with their pain. A lot of times they just want to be cuddled and taken care of. And then once the pain has gone away, then they move on with their life. But typically they don't try and, strengthen it or try and stretch the crap out of it like I did. So learn from my mistakes if you can. If you're watching this video and you've gotten this far, this kind of bundle of stuff, can be easily taken care of. A large part of it was learning how to use the other side of my back. My left side, my right side got all the attention, and then my left side needed to be woken up as well. So today I can move. Not only is my sciatic pain gone, but I move way better. I can get down to the floor easier. My shoulder pain also has gone away. At Move Therapies or any Feldenkrais or any Anat Baniel Method practitioner, we don't just focus on the problem that's causing you the issue, or the area that's just causing you the issue. We do look at you as a holistic system, and we do treat you as a whole system. And when your whole system is working better, then these aches and pains go away, and you can start doing a lot more things that you used to be able to do, or things that you may never have been able to do. So take my learn of life, and save yourself some time and money. Find a practitioner, an Anat Baniel practitioner or a Feldenkrais practitioner, and get rid of your pain. Or at least give us a try. Anyways, you have yourself a great day. It's Dale here from Move Therapies in Osoyoos, British Columbia. Bye.